Hey, paisanos!
My name's Jeff.
What kind of nonsense is this?
Guess what?
It's showtime.
Who's responsible for this?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my underground lair.
This is the coolest thing I have ever seen.
I ought to beat your brains in, I think I will.
What's good, baby? Welcome to the show, episode 3. With me tonight, I've got my co-host, Charles. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing alright. How about yourself tonight?
I'm good. I've been sleeping a lot lately today, and I fell asleep last night while we were watching movies.
Yeah, that happens, you know. Movies are kind of, they put you in that mood, so no big deal.
Oh, and we meant to tell you, we got a special guest on tonight. It's Robert Benfer.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Robert, how's it going?
Long time. It's been a while since I've been on.
Yeah.
I've been great.
Yeah, I mean, like
you guys.
Man, dude, like the last time you were on, like a lot's happened.
Wow, what has changed?
Well, I'm now black and...
Nice. That's brave. Progressive.
I've just gotten a little bit uglier, that's all. You know me. Been watching a lot of Mario Brothers. I feel like I'm becoming a little shorter and fatter and getting a mustache as a result.
You've just been casually watching the Mario Brothers cartoon?
Yeah, no, like I've been on a binge. Yeah, where I'm just watching all of them. That's actually why we clipped. We'll probably put the clip in the Discord, and like we could even link it. But just that the clip out of context is hilarious, where Bowser gets like a drumstick thrown into his mouth, and it terrifies him so much for no reason.
You guys were very tickled by that last night.
Yeah, no.
It got us. It's like that scared him so bad. It flew in his mouth. That's all it did. He puts his hands up like Home Alone style and just runs into the next room screaming.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. King Koopa is a king...
King Dupa.
I actually...
Brady Cat or whatever.
I actually just watched another episode where apparently like Cootie Pie turned into like Mario's dream girl, and it was the most disturbing episode I've watched.
Pie. The YouTuber?
No, Cootie Pie's the little girl Koopa that's like his daughter.
The
And for
bratty.
some reason it's like she just owns him. Like that's it.
Well, she gets what she
Wow,
wants.
that sounds... what does Cootie Pie look like? I'm gonna look this... Is that girl?
Careful typing that.
Yeah,
in
be
your-
careful. You might get some fan drawings there.
Cootie Pie.
But while he's
the worst
googling
I
that, those of you who don't know
Good
who
God, that's disgusting. I don't think that's part of the lore. I don't think that's canon.
Yeah, I can imagine what you're looking at. It's probably not right.
Well, for the audience, those of you who don't know who Robert Benfer is, Robert, do you want to kind of like plug yourself for a second for us?
I'm I'm an OG Newgrounds internet personality turned YouTuber turned female POC.
There you go.
Wow.
I just stole your turning black joke that you did 10 minutes
You
ago.
did. You've switched it. Look at you go.
I made it into a trans joke.
Of course.
I've just been almost 2 decades of content, and I make music too.
Yes.
All right,
Yeah,
goodbye,
yeah.
guys.
No, that's that's actually the big thing where I started watching you was because like I saw some of your early skits and then I heard some of the music and I was like, hey, I like this guy. I like this stuff.
I was
Good.
actually listening to one of your songs earlier, and I was like, man, I would really like to use this for like the feature film that I'm planning on making.
You can use whatever you want.
Oh.
The price is right.
Yeah. Okay. I will. I'll throw some numbers your way.
You can use my music for free. I can't think of. I don't want to deal with numbers. Just use whatever you want. You can actually distribute my music and actually sell it. I can't. I'm not good at making deals. I'm giving you the rights to all my songs.
And also, I may, because we talked about this before, but I would love to put a Clayman cameo in the feature film if possible.
That's you can do that for free, and I'm now transferring ownership. I'm giving you Clay World, the rights to Clay World for free. And now you're gonna get all that. Yeah, I'm really bad at making deals. I told you I'm not a deal maker.
Well,
I just gave you Clay World. That's all my money.
You pass the torch down to me now. So
that's my income. Now it's going to you. Now what am I gonna?
No. See, what I'll do is I'll continue to split it with you. I'll split it with you so you can keep making money.
Okay, that's great. That's very good. 50-50. That's
yeah.
reasonable.
Yeah,
Big
I'll do all the work for you, and you just sit back and make that money.
And that's the whole deal.
Basically, what I do now, but less money now because I gave you 50% of my. Oh man, I'm really not good at this, huh?
Well, you know,
I need to get like a representation or whatever you call it, a lawyer.
Yeah, get you a lawyer or something.
A manager.
Yeah, there you go, manager.
I'll
manage
I'll
it.
also do that for you too.
Eat my soggy Domino's wings that have been sitting here.
So before we get into our segments here, I do want to make some announcements. So starting in I was gonna release animations in 2020, but a lot of shit came my way, so I kind of put animations off. I'm gonna start really cranking out animations in 2021. That's when I start planning on just booming with it, and then we'll start just releasing everything on the Obscure Cartoons website, YouTube, TikTok, all social media stuff, and if I release any comics later on down the road, we'll release some comics too. So, but yeah, that's all the updates I really got for. That was my plan. Was 2020. I was gonna start up my animations and just start cranking out material left and right, and then a lot of bullshit came my way, and I was like, oh, this isn't a good year to do it. I'm gonna have to wait, and I can't really work very well when I'm in a bad state of mind.
Yeah, I had a thing I wanted to film with Dom and my boys here in LA, like a little mini series thing, and obviously COVID got in the way, and I ended up doing absolutely nothing. So next year I'm gonna do stuff.
That's good.
Oh,
That's good.
Yeah, I know exactly how that is.
It is a bummer, like, not releasing a single video.
It really is. Especially when I first started these claymations, I had nothing but back-to-back setbacks. Like, the camera wouldn't stay on because it needed to be hooked in all the time, and then the charger I bought for it didn't work, and I had to go buy another charger, and it was just lighting problems, flickering issues. I was like, oh my god. So
yeah, I'm getting a new camera soon too.
I really want to get that one camera that you suggested to me.
The DSLR?
The Canon, what was it? Canon
60D?
Yes. Is that still...
I mean, I'm not really up to date with... I'm sure there are newer DSLRs that you can still get for cheap. 60D is just the one I've been using all these years, but I kind of want to upgrade to a 300, Canon 300... Canon C300. It's the camera that I used at the YouTube space. I used it to film Flaccid and pretty much all the videos I filmed at the YouTube space. Only problem is it's like for a new one it's like 10 grand.
Damn. What's that big one you have?
You can get a used one for like $2 grand. So I'm probably just gonna get a used C300.
Might as well. What was that big one that you had? The what was it? The Canon something B or something like that? What was it? It was like a giant camera.
Is it the one that I used before I got my DSLR?
I think so. Yeah. It was like one that you like mount on your shoulder.
Yeah, that would be a downgrade. Don't get that. I don't remember what it was. It was like I think it was a Panasonic or something.
Oh, okay.
But that was like that's one of those old ones that you like used tape and all that. Don't get one of those.
No, go digital.
It's not. Yeah, film in 480. What is it, 480p?
No, I think I'll stick to my DSLR.
You know what they say? Hey, I thought the bigger the camera, the better the camera. Oh well, egg on my face.
I actually have a friend who's starting up his first YouTube channel. He's wanting to start up a Let's Play channel. He's asking me all these questions. He's never done video editing before, never done any of this shit, and he's like, what's the best program to get for video editing? I'm like, he's like, well, what do you use? I'm like, I use Adobe Premiere. And he's like, oh, should I get that? I'm like, do you know how to use that? No, don't get it. Don't spend $200 a year for something you don't know how to use, please.
Well, you gotta learn somewhere. But yeah, I'm still broken up that I can't use Final Cut anymore because Apple, it's no longer Final Cut 7. I used Final Cut 7 for 12 years, and then Apple's like, nope, you're not allowed to. You can't even open the program now. You got to use Final Cut 10.
Damn Apple.
So now I've been my last couple of videos.
I miss my Mac, but at the same time, it's like I can do so much more now with my Windows that, I mean, I still miss it because when you use a Mac, I don't know, there's something special about the feeling when you use a Mac, but I don't miss some of the stupid shit that Apple would pull on me. It's like, nope, 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 you gotta upgrade to this now and use this product, and you can't be using this shit anymore. It's like, well, I paid for it. Why can't I continue to use it?
Yeah, renting a license is one of the strangest things, especially whenever it's like, well, I'm not, like, doing anything that's losing you money. I know it's just more revenue, but still, it's such a strange concept to me.
Yeah.
One thing that was pissing me off for a while, and I almost considered on moving from Adobe Premiere to something else, because there was like this 1 year when I was doing a Let's Play channel, and every time I was using Adobe Premiere, for some reason it would like the audio would cut out, and the video would be out of sync, and it would just do it randomly, like maybe every 5 to 10 seconds, and there was no reason for it at all, and you'd have to stop the entire project, go back a little bit and start it back up again on the playback, and it'd be fine, and then 10 seconds later it happens again, and it's like, what the fuck? I'm paying like this much for a year, so I'm googling, like looking up, like, you know, trying to find like some like help for it, and apparently there's like thousands of people who have the same issue, and Adobe can't explain it. They don't know what's going on.
Those are the worst problems, where there's just no rhyme or reason or solution.
Yep.
Where it's just like, there's no reason why this is happening. Deal with it.
Yep. Just you know, pay for it, deal with it.
Yeah, I think that's also the craziest thing, is when it doesn't work and you'll like contact them. It's like paying for TV, like paying for channels on a TV.
Yeah.
And they just don't come in for whatever reason.
Imagine that.
Yeah, or your TV or your internet keeps messing up. It's all the same in my eyes, where, like, I guess it's just because you already have it, so it's like, well, you'll either continue to pay for it, or you just don't get it. Either way, you know, we're fine with it. What's funny to me, though, it opens a door for other newer companies to, like, possibly step in and be like, hey, we can give you a better service. But that's not such a big thing nowadays, which stinks.
Yeah. Well, before we move on to our next segment, any of y'all have anything that you want to share that's been going on throughout your week?
Yeah, me? You kind of cut out.
Oh. Anything happen in your week?
Oh, absolute. I've just been streaming every night because I'm about to be in Texas for 3 weeks. So I'm trying to stream every night I can.
Yeah.
You'll be closer to me again.
Yeah. Other than that, just eating and gaining weight.
If you come visit me, I'll treat you out to a nice restaurant.
That would be
during COVID. Wait,
Olive Garden.
I'll treat you to a nice restaurant at Olive Garden.
Oh yeah, breadsticks. Because they give you the breadsticks. You don't even have. This is the secret with Olive Garden. You don't even have to order the food. They just give you the breadsticks for free. You don't have to spend any money. Maybe a tip.
That's true. That's very true.
It's free.
There's actually 2 restaurants I'd love to take both you guys out to. One called Rolando's in Hot Springs, and then there's one called Table 28 that's in Little Rock. And
oh yeah, you told me that. You sent me.
Hey, now don't dox yourself here. Hang on.
Oh well, I'll bleep it. I'll bleep it.
I don't care. I mean, I tell people where I eat all the time. Like local restaurants I eat that are like walking distance from where I live, and I don't care.
Yeah, I hear you.
I say, hey, come and get me.
Table 28's a really cool restaurant because it's really not like, it's almost like Chef Gordon Ramsay type food, but they don't serve like drinks. They serve spirits and wine and whatever adult beverages you want. So, and Rolando's is like it's a Mexican restaurant, but I mean the food is so damn good.
Yeah, man, I can't wait to have some good Mexican food when I'm back in old San Antonio in a couple of weeks.
You gonna go visit the Alamo while you're there?
No.
Hey, if you go to the Alamo, be sure to check out the basement.
I've been to the Alamo many times in my life. I've had my fill. Maybe I'll accidentally walk past it on my way to the Riverwalk.
Was it where you were staying? Like, whenever I visit Texas a couple of times, like there was always like a constant breeze no matter where I was at. Was it like that in San Antonio?
No, that's kind of how it is in LA. I feel like Texas is a little more humid, but at least we're like San Antonio and Austin.
Yeah.
When it's warm in Austin, it's hot. It's hot during the day. It's hot at night. Where in LA, at least you get like a breeze, and then even if it's hot during the day, at least it's like it cools. It's cool at night. Where Texas is just hot. When it's hot all the time. Am I making any sense?
No, no, you're right. Texas is hot all the time, and then it rains and it stops, and it rains and it stops.
Yeah, that's pretty much Florida in a nutshell.
That's another thing about LA is you see rain like maybe once. You see rain the same way Texas sees snow, basically. Where it's like, what the fuck is this?
I still plan on going to LA one day just to go visit.
Yeah, you should.
I'm gonna have to.
You should. I mean, when we're actually allowed to do stuff.
Yeah, for real.
You're not even allowed to eat outdoors right now in LA, so I wouldn't recommend.
Didn't they ban people from traveling right now in LA?
I don't think so. I mean, a lot of these curfews and stuff, like, they're not actually being enforced, is the thing. They're more like suggestions.
Gotcha.
So, like, technically, we're supposed to be staying home as much as possible, but I just got home. On my way home, there's just business as usual. People walking around. It's like, people don't, it's not like a ghost town, like it's supposed to be. It's just people, it's, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think I have to say anything else. I think I've made myself pretty clear.
It's not been too crazy here where I live either. Mainly, like, you see people in masks inside places. Most people, you see that thing where they kind of like pull it down under their nose. But beyond that, you don't people still out and about just doing their daily shit. So
I'm wearing glasses. I have to pull my mask all the way, like covering my nose completely, because if not,
it fogs.
Get all foggy. So I look fucking stupid.
Have you tried the shaving cream trick?
What the hell?
So I read somewhere that if you like put shaving cream on your glasses and like smear it on there, like you got to make sure you get it towards clear again.
Yeah.
But I hear it's supposed to help with the fog.
Oh.
I don't know though. I never used it. I'm more of a. I'd much rather put rain decks on my glasses so I can prevent rain from getting on my glasses. Hate that shit.
I'll try that. I'll try the shaving cream. I need to get shaving cream. I keep forgetting.
Well, let me know how that goes for you.
All right. Well, I'll let you know. I'll let you know how that goes.
Well, with that, we ready to move on to our next segment?
That was a segment?
We have this is kind of like the host intro, kind of like discussion segment, and then we go into things you need to know, and then the news you can't use, and then there's the guest segment. But we're gonna skip the guest segment since you're already on for the whole show.
Yeah.
Or we can just have an extra guest on.
Yeah, we can get Connor or whoever.
Just find somebody.
Get Dee Dee in here.
Get Dee Dee in here. Well, if you can get somebody in, we'll get somebody in.
I can't think of it.
I can't either.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, I'll message Connor see if he wants to be on. Hang on, just a second.
Yeah, I think we don't want to oversaturate it though.
I think Connor's streaming.
Yeah, he is.
Right
now. All right.
We'll just hold off. We'll just have this be like a little special.
Like a special
next
episode. Yeah, next time.
Next time I'm on, second guest. That's our gimmick. 2 guests. Have you ever seen a show where they have 2? Well, I guess that's like every.
You know what? If you're on after that too, we need to do a 3rd guest after that, and every time you join, we just
keep adding more and more guests.
Yeah, do like a Royal Rumble of guests where like every 5 minutes.
Everyone's just talking over one another, and you can't get anything done. Then we have to cut like half of it because some guy jumps in and just says the N-word.
Who said that? I'm gonna put some Reaper sauce in this Domino's. You know what's repugnant is they barely put wings on my. They barely put hot sauce on my wings. They just drizzled.
Don't you have sauce though?
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Ah, gotcha.
I accidentally put way too much ghost pepper.
Oh no!
Oh no! Shit.
That's not gonna be fun.
Oh, and if you want to, as a Chaos Pony shout out, we can actually do a delightful and repugnant if you want.
I guess that could take place of the
guest segment.
Usual guest segment.
Yeah, we'll do that as like a little throwback.
Why not? Well, I better think of something.
Oh shit, I do too.
delightful.
I have to say my favorite segment out of that whole show was Robert invents a word. Because it just got progressively worse as time went on.
I miss Gas Bunny, but I can't imagine Jason having time for a weekly podcast between streaming every day and working on Charlie finale.
Yeah.
Hello, what's this?
Hello. Hello, Mo. You better come right over. You're missing one of the biggest things in your life.
Fun? You call that fun? That was boring.
All right, everybody. The next segment we have here is Things You Need to Know, where we're going to bring up 3 obscure, weird, or just some kind of strange facts. Today, I don't know if Robert really has anything prepared, but we're at least going to be getting some talking in from him on these strange things that we know.
That's right, that's right.
So,
I do not have anything prepared.
hey, that's cool, man. That's cool, baby.
It's nice having a third person, though.
Oh, yeah, yeah. No,
Am I the
definitely.
first guest?
Well, no, you're like our first guest on like the entire episode, so it's a first for us.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Well,
I guess...
I'll stop derailing you guys.
No.
Hey, man, derailing happens. It's cool, it's cool.
I don't want to ruin the show, you know?
No, you're not ruining
last
it at
episode
all.
we were 2 hours in. Last episode, it went deep.
I got too detailed about bug facts.
Hey man, bug facts are cool.
Bug snacks?
Yeah, bug snacks. The PS5
exactly.
exclusive.
Get it now, if you can get it. The PS5.
Yeah, you can't get it.
Apparently it's on PC, so it's the option is there. I'm not gonna do it. Anyway. Again, I'll stop interrupting. Continue into the damn segment.
All right, so the first one I have right here is, did you know that armadillo shells are apparently bulletproof to small caliber rounds?
You know what's funny about that is as I was looking up my random facts for this episode, I came across that exact same thing.
Yeah.
Didn't a guy like shoot at it and it shot back at him?
It ricocheted and hit him in the leg.
It
Yes.
ricocheted. That's crazy.
Off an armadillo?
Yeah, off an armadillo shell, like small rounds like 9mm or 22. Just like
Well,
I think
still
that
gotta
they
hurt.
can. Yeah, I think that they like scratch into it, but I don't think that they can actually penetrate the shell. That's how hard them little suckers are.
Yeah, probably still hurts the armadillo though, that force. But,
Oh yeah, no, I
pretty
wouldn't.
cool.
I wouldn't shoot an armadillo just to be
No.
like, haha, he's bulletproof.
No, don't shoot armadillos, people.
It does bring up the
I'm
Sorry, it does bring up the thought, though. Why has there never been, like, a Spider-Man villain called the Armadillo? Or is there? Do I just not know about this?
Hey,
There's
Google.
gotta be.
Is there a superhero that is called the Armadillo?
According to Wikipedia, he was given superhuman strength and durability by Dr. Carl Malus. This process involved having his human genes combined with the genetic material of an armadillo, which gave him the appearance of a humanoid armadillo.
Oh.
Yeah, why would you do that?
So he turned him into a furry, number one.
Well, fuck me running.
And two,
Oh,
he
and he's
gives
from
people,
San Antonio, too.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, of course he is.
Were one of his powers to give people leprosy?
I don't know.
Oh,
I had
Imagine the superhero that just
Maybe
gives
you
the
didn't.
villain leprosy and then he runs away.
I had one time
came-
I accidentally threw a rock at an armadillo. Accidentally.
What'd you think it was? Like another rock?
Well, okay, so I went camping with my dad when I was a lot younger, and I kept hearing something rustling out in the woods. It was dark that night. I was sitting by the campfire, and I thought it was the raccoon because the previous night of that, raccoon came up and tried to steal our food. So I ran up to it, going la 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 la, and it just looked at me like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?" And then just took the bag of chips and left.
Dude, a raccoon would mess you up. You're like, I'd be happy that that's all it did.
Dude, as a teenager, I was stupid. I was fearless and stupid.
Don't worry, everyone is.
Nowadays, I'm like, no, don't get that near me. I want to live as much as I can. But I heard it out in the woods, and I threw a rock, and I just hear this clunk. And so I shined my light out at it, and I was like, oh, shit. Sorry, little armadillo. Anyways, I got something here for you for things that you need to know. The world record set for the hottest temperature on Earth was 3.6 billion degrees. That's hot.
That's disgusting. But you know, that could cook your steak in like 0.00001 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
How did they pull that off?
So basically what they did, what it says here on this, it says scientists have produced a superheated gas exceeding temperatures of 2 billion degrees Kelvin or 3.6 billion degrees Fahrenheit. This is hotter than the interior of our sun, which is 15 million degrees Kelvin. It's also hotter than the previous temperatures ever achieved on Earth. They say that they don't know how they did it.
Oops. We don't know what we did.
You know what it makes me think though is what if it was just like a piece of equipment malfunctioned and it just read that and they said, oh look who we did.
I think they used plasma is how they achieved it. So, but yeah, that's crazy. Can you imagine that? That something that freaking hot? I wouldn't want to be anywhere near that.
Imagine like
I mean, how close can you be to something that hot before you start?
How hot is it in the center of a nuclear bomb? Like, how hot is that roughly?
I don't know. You want me to ask?
Like,
Google?
I guess. Well, no. I mean, I guess it's like cooler than that, considering that it said that's the hottest temperature ever recorded.
Well, I imagine though, if you got too close to it, like if it's that hot, like you would die instantly. Like there'd be no pain.
No, you just burn your finger. Don't worry.
Just ooh.
You go, ouch.
Yeah.
At least it cauterizes it immediately.
I wouldn't. I don't know. Like if it's hotter than the sun, like if that went wrong, if that went bad and that released throughout like Earth, like whoo.
Well, didn't the same shit happen whenever they were doing like the Large Hadron Collider? That they were like, we couldn't make our own black hole, and then they said we're gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, that's really smart.
That's weird. You can have something hotter than the sun on Earth without it being like a big deal.
I guess if it was like,
kind of sucks, huh?
I guess if it was like a teeny tiny like pinpoint size thing that just turned out to be that hot, then that's like, I guess it like doesn't really do anything.
My question is though what made them want to do this? Like what was the thought process?
They said they didn't know how it happened, so maybe they were working on something else. Like they're trying to make bath salts in there, and they accidentally make the hottest thing in the universe.
We don't know how we did it. Sorry.
We swear it happened, but we don't have any data or anything.
Dude, we were there. You don't trust me?
Yeah, you don't believe me?
Why would you think I'm lying? You call me a liar?
You had to be there. It was
so hot. It was like 1,000,000 degrees.
You had to be there to know why we don't know how it happened.
If you weren't there, then keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
I was there, dude.
I was there.
I was there. I saw it. I saw the center of the sun. I saw more than the center of the sun. It was much hotter.
It was like 1,000,000 times hotter than the sun.
In fact, I made a big bang in my backyard, idiot.
Yeah.
So what do you know?
Yeah,
and we're also gonna make a black hole. And then we're gonna make that hot.
Try and stop us.
You can't.
Asshole.
Oh, good lord. All right.
What came out of the Hadron Collider? What did we learn from that?
They made two atoms hit each other, and the two atoms screamed really loud.
Fight.
Yeah, like that's all the people were taking bets as to which atom would survive. Then they threw a gumball in there for the fun of it. Did you hear about that?
No.
Did they really?
Yeah, they threw a gumball in there, and they found that like the atom started to stretch really, really long because of the way that the gumball, like, I guess because of how gum works. And it started to stretch around the entire collider, and then it got like, it gummed the whole thing up. And then the director came down, and he was like, what the fuck, man? Like, why did you think that was a good idea?
I left for 5 minutes.
Then they spent 3 weeks having to clean the Hadron Collider.
God.
That makes me, at least on some level, I can connect with them, because that's just the most, like, I would totally be throwing things into the Hadron Collider.
I think eventually it's going to get to a point where somebody's like, what happens if I stick my dick in it?
You'd probably have particles through the dick, dude. Then you'd be peeing in 12 different directions.
That's my dream.
It'd be like one of those old cartoons where someone gets shot and then they drink water and like it starts coming at them in a bunch of places. You just have like, you try to go pee and it just come out of all different places in your penis.
Yeah, that sounds like a Spider-Man villain origin story. Stuck his penis.
He stuck his dick into a super collider.
I've stuck my penis in a large hadron collider.
And then he became Penis Man.
Yeah, he'd have to be like a Dark Horse Comics supervillain. I don't think he'd fly in the Marvel Universe.
No.
Oh, God, that's disturbing. All right, speaking of, gosh... Oh, let me see. Like we ranted about that for a little bit. Was it my go? Yeah, I think it's my go, right?
Yeah, it's your go.
Okay, speaking of things like that and the Big Bang and like stuff that could end the universe, I've been reading a lot of lore comics here lately, and this is something that just kind of interested me. But apparently DC is going into the foray of getting into a darker sort of thing. And I found it very interesting because apparently they've like this is kind of some news that you can use if you like the DC universe. But it's literally they've made a comic / they're going to make a movie and some other stuff. It's called The Batman Who Laughs, and it's apparently basically a Jokerized Batman. But the thing is that's very funny to me about it, and this is kind of where it comes into play, is I've been reading a lot of these lore comics lately, and apparently a big reason that they've made the Batman Who Laughs was literally just, hey, what if Batman was... if he was a bad guy, how would we do that?
Yeah, interesting idea.
And the thing is, they've had some stuff coming out about this for a little while, and then I don't know, that got me into the Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness shit. Like, just I'm giving you some backstory on this, but apparently one of the big things with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is that it's gonna have the same Raimi Spider-Man, it's gonna have Deadpool, it's gonna have this and that, and like I really have to wonder what is gonna go on with old Toby in that. But apparently part of the thing for making that, literally what ended up happening is that the movie was supposed to come out like a couple years back, like 2016 is when they started talking about it, but there were creative differences that led to a shift in the production date, changing over and over again, and it boggles the mind because it's like it's the Multiverse of Madness. Like creative differences, isn't that part of it? So apparently, the 2022 is whenever they're actually thinking that it may come out now. Like, and I don't know. Like, I just found that interesting.
That one, I have Marvel fatigue. I haven't really given a hoot about any of the anything Marvel ever after Endgame.
Yeah.
No, I might go see this movie.
I've heard that a lot. I heard a lot of people say that Endgame created this, like, after they saw it, they were like, yeah, it was okay, but then just nobody cared anymore.
Endgame was like the 2020 version of Marvel movies. It was just depressing.
The way I've heard somebody put it before is they said, they're like, yeah, it was kind of like a big circle jerk on their part, but to be fair, they kind of earned it. Like, 10 years or more of like movie prowess went into that shit.
Yeah, and none of the movies, even the ones that aren't that great, like none of them were bad, so they made like decent movies for 10 years straight. None of them flopped.
I will say the only ones I really saw were the mainline ones, and I think I watched Thor Ragnarok and Guardians of the Galaxy 2, but all the other ones like I don't know, like the extra Spider-Man movies, this and that, I didn't watch any of those. Like, I don't really know if there was a reason. But...
I didn't see the second Spider-Man movie.
I watched...
Endgame kind of felt like a nice little finale, so now I'm just like, I don't know, I'm done.
What's the point to get going?
I feel like the Multiverse of Madness will be good, though, just because the fact that, like, if they are going to be bringing in Sam Raimi Spider-Man, and they are going to be bringing in, like, all these other characters and Deadpool supposedly and this and that, it's like, okay, this film just sounds like it's going to be a hoot. Like, it's just going to be a good old time. But it does kind of suck, though, that, like, they've been planning on making it that long, and then now, like, some of the predicted dates that's coming out is in, like, 2 more years, just because, like, there were creative differences on a multiverse movie, which you'd think, like, I don't know, like, it brings back to mind, Dante's Inferno, that weird-ass movie, where it was like each segment of hell was a different director and a different animation team.
Oh yeah.
And in some he was this beautiful little twink, and then in others he was like this giant macho man that looked straight out of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll see it. That sounds interesting if they ever make it.
If we're ever allowed to, when it becomes legal to see movies again.
Yeah.
It's just been on my mind lately because, like I said, I don't read comics really, but I love to read lore material, and I've been reading a lot of that. And it just kind of brought me to, you know what, this movie was supposed to come out. What the hell's up with that?
Yeah. What's up with that? Yeah.
Like, why is that not coming out?
Everything's been pushed back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't worry, people. One day we'll get back to it. Hopefully.
Yeah, someday things will not be awful.
Our review's coming 2022.
And more obscure cartoon stuff coming in 2021. So I'll be ahead of the game.
Hey, good segue.
Yeah, the next hopefully early by April I'll be able to finish my stupid album finally.
I can't wait to hear that.
Yeah.
Are you gonna like sell actual copies, or is it gonna be all digital?
It's probably gonna be all digital. I've tried to do like physical copies like years ago, but it's not really like worth it. But I mean, if I could find like a cheap but like quality way to do that, I will. But it's probably most likely going to be like Spotify and iTunes. That's how everybody's doing it now.
Just get like little cheap USB drives and just put them on the USB drive.
Yeah.
There you go. Alright, my next thing I've got for things you didn't know is researchers say that they believe they found the Fountain of Youth discovered in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Close to me. All this time it's been close to me.
Did they bathe in it? Or does
I don't know.
Does it just stink? And they're like, oh, it must be the Fountain of Youth. It's really old.
I don't like Indiana Jones, where if you drink out of the wrong thing, you turn great. Because I'm not really much of a gambling man anymore.
I don't know. I'll have to go
let's
there
think
and
about
try.
that though. They sell
I would just purposely drink the wrong one.
Let's see what happens if I drink this.
Oops,
You chose poorly on purpose.
Also, going back to the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, that was an episode the other day. Was the Fountain of Youth?
It goes back to the Super.
No. It was literally Bowser was dressed as a freaking baby, and they called him like something Coop, like basically Baby Cooper or something like that. But he was still a fully grown man, and I just thought, yeah, this I don't know about this one, guys.
Was this the one where the princess turned into a baby, or the?
They turned the princess into a baby because she fell into the fountain.
Oh
and
yeah.
Koopa was turning people into babies so that they could do his chores for him.
He was walking around with
he spent the whole episode in like your classic cartoony baby garb, and I really just had to like watch it for a minute. And I was like, huh. Alright, I'm not gonna fetish shame or anything like that, because some people are into that, but I gotta wonder if that's one of those things that made people into that.
I don't know. There was a scene where he said he likes to have his feet licked.
Yeah, they had a lot of strange fetish material in those shows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shows are what's the one? Like Sonic. Like the old Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon, definitely got to be like the reason why furries exist, or
well, I don't know, man. Like
I'm forward.
There are a lot of like older furries that
mainly
I've
Disney,
seen
though,
and this
right?
and that. Yeah, no, Disney. Like you had like
Disney.
the old cartoons that always had like animals. None of them were ever fetishized, obviously, but I feel like that's honestly why you have shows that come out nowadays that make a conscious effort to try and make their characters as ugly as all hell, so that you can't fetishize them.
I mean, I remember though, like when I was a kid and I watched the Goofy movie and I saw Roxanne, I was like, oh, I'm confused.
Yeah, Goofy movie was another one.
Yeah,
the 90s definitely fucked us up.
Yeah, I have no doubt that's where a lot of fetishes came from. Like every show you watch had like a muscle inflation, a regular inflation, like Journey, like a Fantastic Journey episode.
Donkey Kong's great ass in the
Donkey Kong's dump truck that he had going on.
That one still gets me.
Oh, beautiful.
But that's all I had, though. Researchers believe they found a Fountain of Youth in Hot Springs. So I'm gonna have to check that out for you guys, and if it's true, I'll let you know.
Yeah, let me know, man. If it takes a few years off, like I'll come up there. I'll try it out.
Better not just be some boring normal fountain.
Yeah, if it's a normal fountain, just get a drink from it and let me know how the water tastes.
I'll let you know.
How do you even like test that? How do you know?
I guess you like kind of soak in it for a little bit and see if you
like. It
years.
could be like old folk tales and stuff like that. Maybe like they just were like, oh well, look, this landmark is still here, and this thing is here. So,
well, if it's hot springs, I imagine it's going to be like an actual hot spring that you can sit in.
Oh wait, you know what I bet? I bet it's just going to be like a freaking marketing gimmick. They're like, hey, this would make a good hot spring park.
It's just a tourist trap.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty much what Hot Springs is just a tourist trap. Like, you get nothing but new people and money coming in every day. Like, that's why I want to live in Hot Springs, because if you're like an independent artist who wants to try to make it on his talents, Hot Springs is like the only place in Arkansas where you can do something like that.
Yeah.
Because they have like every year they have like a film festival there, and it's just a very artsy place. Like, that's like the LA of Arkansas.
Oh goodness. My last one just has to do with something that people probably know a lot about, and it's one of those things that it's literally just I guess jaws in dental work. It's a thing that I came across not too long ago, but just the fact that you have some animals that they regrow their teeth constantly, like sharks or this or that, and then you have humans who we've got like really goofy ass teeth that are more likely to break down and do this and that. Now refined sugars and stuff do play a role, but I'll get into that a little bit more here in a second. But one of the things I found out recently that was interesting that I never really thought about is that you do have some forms of reptiles that don't have teeth at all. Instead, they have a bony palate on like the top and the bottom that they just use to like basically smush things. And I thought about that for a minute. I was like, why the hell can't we just have that? Like, why did we evolve to be so smart and yet we couldn't even get our fucking teeth right?
Because we think we're better than every other creature in this world. We're so arrogant.
We were too busy focusing in on our thumbs.
Yeah,
our thumbs.
The thumbs.
Hey, our thumbs and our cock size.
Not to toot my own horn, but I love having thumbs. Very
yeah,
useful.
and not to take away from what you said, but I don't think any of my genealogy was focusing on the cock size part necessarily. Very sad.
Yeah, I have that problem.
It does bring me to the other thought, though, is that they've done like dental records and this and that of before they had all this stuff, and there was still tooth decay and this and that going on way back when. I know for me, I don't eat a lot of sugar, so I don't have a lot of teeth problems in general, but I have found whenever I eat more sugar, like, you get that coating on your teeth, and you just feel like, I really need to brush or something like here soon. Like, it does make me think, like, okay, so you can take good care of your teeth and you can do this and that. They even say brushing yourself won't do the trick. You have to go see a dentist. And it just makes me think, like, why? Like, why did we evolve with our teeth like that?
Because we mainly relied on our canines back then.
I guess so. Well, you know what? I have a theory. I have my own little theory that maybe just our teeth start to get progressively worse. As generally, all the people I know, it's usually when they get into like mid 30s to 50s is when people start having really bad dental problems. Unless, like, I guess you just never brush your teeth. But it makes me think, like, are we still in that like cycle of most people, like, way back when, like, they didn't brush, but they also didn't really live past like 40, generally speaking. So is it like that our teeth just naturally just suck at going past like age 40 or what?
I think everything kind of sucks like after going at the age of 40. It's
pretty much. It's pretty much over with. You might as well go and say it's over.
Oh, come on now. Listen, okay, here's a fact that I do want to let people know out there, just because you guys forced me to do this. There were actually some studies back in the day they had people that had strokes and stuff, and literally how they what they would do is they would, with permission of course, but they would tie people's arms that worked behind their back, because a stroke will usually disable one side of the body.
Yeah.
And then they would tell them, like, okay, like, you need to try and pick this thing up, like with their good arm behind their back or whatever. And they said that like with basically being coaxed about it and having that done, that they would regain control over the other arm eventually, because the brain would force pathways to like make it so that they could like start using that arm again or whatever. So it's one of those things where mind over matter, I feel like, is really not given its fair shake. Like now, as far as teeth breaking down and shit goes, you can't really help that. But
unless
I know
you're rich,
for
you can
myself,
afford implants.
well, you can always just afford fake teeth. Come on now. Or you can eat applesauce, whatever. But like me, I've got bad knees, but I do find if I work them out consistently and don't hurt them, then like I can tend to do a lot more with them. Like, just I guess as a general rule for me. So don't let your dreams be dreams, people. Make your dreams come true. Just do it. Old meme.
Yeah, I'll get right on that. My knees are great.
I got chop blocked back in high school playing football, and one guy hit me in the upper shoulder, another guy hit me in the knee, and like hyperextended it really badly, and like my knees have just been screwed ever since.
I guess it's easy. I guess it's easy to have good knees when you've never done anything in your life.
My knees it's easy to have good knees when I've never worn them out.
My knees always pop when I bend down. It's embarrassing. Especially whenever I have a job. Yeah, because like I used to work in retail, and like you'd have to bend down to stock shelves, and every time I'd bend down, like I'd be sitting there like flirting with a girl that I'm working with, and then I'd bend down and just hear, and they look at me and they're like, how old are you again? I'm like, 30.
Bending down, you just hear a bunch of.
I just imagine you like looking around embarrassed, like don't hope no, I hope nobody
no,
my knees.
Man, did you hear that old bastard over there? Shit.
Going back to the intro segment,
you gotta cough
every
time you kneel down.
You bend down just to grab something. You give that little fatty grunt, I think is what they call it. But oh yeah, going back to the intro segment, because I think everyone was just talking so much, I forgot to give my my update for the week.
Oh shit!
But what happened to me this last week? I wore some shorts to work, and they ripped. Like whenever I went to help somebody, they were like cheap shorts that I bought at like at a Bell's outlet down here, which it sells irregulars, and I know why they fucking sold it. Because I went to go help somebody, and then like I go away, and my boss comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, like, can I see you over here and want to like away from folks for a sec?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And I went over, and then he's like, "You got a hole in your pants." And I was like, "Where?" And he was like, "It's like right where your butt crack would be." And I was like, "Oh fuck."
Dude,
okay. I thought I was going to say right where your cock is. Your cock's flopping out.
I've had that happen.
No,
to me.
I would have noticed that.
I've had that happen to me.
Well, he told me, though, that it was, like, somebody else that told him. And my first question was like, why the hell are they looking at my ass for?
This is nice. You like it?
But, no, I had to fucking, like, find some fabric tape. And I had to go to the fucking bathroom and tape my pants up. Because it was a big hole. It wasn't like this. It wasn't like some tiny hole that you don't notice. Like, I had to go and, like, even though we have sewing equipment at work, I'm not allowed to use it for that. So I just grabbed some fabric tape, went to the bathroom, fucking had to patch my pants up. And I was just like, oh, God, thank God I leave here in, like, 2 hours.
I had one time when I was working. This was, like, when I was, like, 18. I was, like, miserable as fuck working in retail. I'm sitting there working, and I'm, like, pissed off that day, and I'm stocking a shelf, and I bend down, and I just hear... And it's not like just a little rip. It went straight from the ass to the taint. And I was not wearing any underwear that day.
Well, listen, you just tell people it's efficiency's sake when you need to go to the bathroom later.
I had to basically like maneuver my way all the way to the office, which was on the opposite side of the store, and I had to make my way down several aisles just to get there because I was putting on a show. Let me just tell you. I got a lot of customers looking at me that day. The last thing I've got for things you need to know is firefighter use a wetting agent to make water wetter. The chemical reduced...
What?
Yeah, believe it or not, yeah.
What if we could make water wetter?
No, listen, it's H2O2. Wait a minute.
H2O times
that's not right.
X2. Sorry, I've just never heard of that.
Well, that's what blew my mind. It's like, they made water wetter? What?
I want to touch that. I want to swim in
I want to
water.
apply that to my skin.
Oh god, I would not want to
Just
swim
like-
in wetter water. If I know anything about like how that shit works, it'd be so hard to swim. You'd be like floundering.
But
Yeah, you'd be sinking to.
It says here, though, the chemicals reduce the surface tension of plain water, so it's easier to spread and soak into objects, which is why it's known as wet water.
Wait, so it only works on planes?
It's called wet water?
Yeah. So there you go, people. We have wetter water than water.
I gotta get my hands on.
Okay, wait a minute. So
I've been tired of this itchy, scratchy water that I've been growing up with and using.
Yeah.
Wait, so they made the hottest object on Earth, and we have wetter water. We truly do live in the future, man.
Yep, 2020. It's not just a
Finally
year
some
of
good news.
yeah, exactly. Finally, we got some good news out of this year. So
That means wetter water comes with a wetter piss.
Man. What if you drank wetter water, and then like you didn't even need to pee. It just like you would have to put in like a tube just to make sure that like you didn't pee your pants, because it would just go straight through you, man.
I kind of want that to happen.
Like it would just seep through my skin and just runs out.
Would you have like wetter piss?
Yeah.
It's it.
Dude, what would wetter piss feel like?
I've never felt normal piss.
Like wetter piss, I feel like would probably be like the most lovely sensation ever.
I've never run my hands
I
through
found my
normal
delightful.
piss. Well, there it is.
Oh man.
All right,
Wetter
so
water.
With that, guys and gals, we're gonna move on to our next segment.
Good news, everyone.
It's called fake news.
News team, assemble! And that's the way the news goes.
Here's the next segment, the news you can't use. Brought to you by Robert Benfer, and I don't have one. What is it?
It's you gonna find a news article?
I'm gonna try.
Yeah, you're gonna
look
find a
at you
news article,
go.
nerd. Hey man, look, he's putting in the effort. I love it.
I love that. This is that part of the show where we find random news articles and we plug them into the show, and we'll provide those news source links for you, and you can check it out yourselves. I'm going to go ahead and let you go first, Charles.
All right, so this one pretty topical, I know, but I can't get over it. Everyone, like not everyone, but some people have probably heard this. If you're in the UK, you've definitely heard of it. But ultra-conservative EU politician resigns after breaking COVID laws by attending 25-man orgy.
Damn. I mean, if you're gonna go out, you might as well go out with a 20. How many was it? 20?
A 25-man orgy. Yeah, you might as well like go out with a bang, as they say.
For real. Go out with 25 men.
Go out with 25 bangs if you have to.
Damn.
But no, so some of the things is MEP Saher, I think that's how you pronounce it, was recently busted skirting COVID-19 laws restricting the number of people at gatherings. He did it by attending a 25-man sex party. Saher, a married man with a daughter, is a founding member of the hardline Fidesz party. The party currently holds power in Hungary with Prime Minister Viktor Orban at its helm. Fidesz has gained notoriety for its extremely conservative politics, including such things as defending the sanctity of marriage. Prime Minister Orban in particular is known as a firebrand, often railing against the more liberal values of Western Europe and the EU. So in other words, this guy is at a party where it's like, yeah, you got to protect the sanctity of marriage. You can't do this. You can't be free balling. You can't do nothing. He's at a 25-man orgy. That just brings me to that thought of you get these crazy people like that, and you got to wonder okay, are they just doing this because they're trying to hide they're trying to hide their own urges or make it seem less like they would do it?
That or maybe just the position of power just gets to you.
I don't know.
I want to become powerful enough to where I end up in 25 man.
To where I actually get invited. To where you get invited to a 25-man orgy at least.
Yes. Sometimes you just do things because you can.
Exactly.
It's not a gay thing.
Knowing Robert, though, he'll probably take it up a notch, and he'd be like, 25, 26.
Yeah. I want to be the 26. Exactly. I don't know, though. Imagine getting fired and getting found out.
If you can get 25 men in one place and then get them to all have sex with you, that's power.
Imagine getting fired and found out, not because you were at an orgy, but because you were breaking COVID law.
25 times.
That's why he got. That's the only reason why it made a thing, is because there were more than 25 people in the building. Otherwise, people may have never known it was him.
Yeah. Well, I'll stick to one-on-one gay sex. Thank you very much.
I hear that.
Well, I mean, you could. What's the limit right now? What is it? 6 or 8 people in your home, right?
5 people in the home, 10 people in some areas. Then it's 10 people if you're gonna have an outside gathering or something.
Okay. Good to know for my gay time. Well,
all right. Well, I'll just have an 8-man gay orgy.
Yeah, exactly.
8-man gay orgy.
And if they bother you, be like, "Hey,
it sounds like a musical
rules.
group.
A little redundant.
Well, 8-man gay orgy sounds like a musical group.
Yeah, that's the name of my new band, actually. I can't find a news thing.
Oh no.
Good.
All right, here's what I've got. Japan offering discounted funeral food to drivers who give up their license. According to the national study in Japan, traffic accidents have declined significantly since 2005. However, that same study found accidents involving senior citizens increased. Tragically, these accidents frequently end in fatalities. For instance, an 83-year-old woman drove onto a sidewalk and killed 2 teenagers. A more humorous but still significant situation occurred at a Tokyo Family Mart. A man in his 80s injured 2 people after driving through the store's front window. Despite the damage he caused, the driver still asked the cashier to buy cigarettes. While the government continues to refine its screening policies, cities hope that the new incentive programs will conceive elderly drivers to turn their license voluntarily. In November, the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department introduced the Driving Graduation Certificate. When an elderly driver turns in their license, they receive a certificate which looks like a real driver's license. The document thanks them for all their years of driving. The certificate also provides 50% off discounts on buses and monorails. Additional, it earns the recipients 10% off on taxi rides and meals in certain restaurants. I kind of like that, to be honest. If you're gonna take away something, especially with the elderly drivers, give them some discounts. They're all for discounts these days. Give it.
Yeah, say we've given them enough.
Take it all, I say.
Here's the thing: it works in a city environment, but God, you go out into the country. Don't get me wrong. People who can't drive are just people who can't drive. Elderly or not, you can have people that are just gonna ram you for whatever reason. But then I live in Florida right now, so maybe I'm biased.
Dude, it's not any better here either. I was at the DMV not too long ago to renew my license, and this they were where they do the visual test on you, and they had this old man go up there, and he was looking always like, okay, can you recite the first 3 letters on the third line? And he's like, where? He goes, the line. And he goes, what line? And they're like, never mind. And so they brought him over to go get his picture taken to renew his license. What? You're gonna put him back on the road again?
Oh my god. What? That reminds me of my mom back in the day. She told me this story that whenever she was a kid, they would go to the the office to apply for food stamps and stuff. And she said that there were some people that would go in and they wouldn't even go through any of the normal venues. They would go in, they'd take a shit on the floor. And then the people would just be like, well, obviously you're not fit to work, so here's welfare and here's some food stamps.
That's what it takes to get food stamps? I've been doing it wrong this whole time. I'm going to go in there now and shit on the floor.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's an efficient way to do it, but god dang.
I mean, I have no problem doing it. I'm going to walk in with a magazine. I'm going to sit down. No, with my phone. I'm going to sit down, start browsing TikTok, and taking a shit on the floor.
Yeah, you can't just wait for things to come to you. You gotta be a go-getter. You gotta go out and you gotta go shit on the floor.
You gotta make things happen. You gotta shit on your boss's desk.
I'll let you guys know how that turns out for me.
You should. That guy is a go-getter. That's what we call in the business, a go-getter.
Exactly.
Well, that's all I got for my news, guys.
Oh Lord.
I tried to find one while you guys were talking. I couldn't find anything interesting.
Oh.
I'm sorry, guys.
No, that's fine. We'll just move on to our next our new quick segment for this special episode.
So
what is delightful? Let me think. I guess delightful would be wet water.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll definitely say to that. Yeah. Wet water.
Repugnant would be greed or
greed.
Hate, violent crime.
Let me just say, I've got a delightful and I've got a repugnant myself.
Beer's delightful.
Beer is pretty delightful, unless you have way too much of it. Then you kind of feel like poopy.
The repugnant is, getting sick or doing too much.
Yeah, exactly. It's a double-edged sword.
You gotta know your balance.
Delightful is like a nice snap that doesn't make you feel like awful.
Delightful is wet beer.
Yeah, wet beer.
Wet beer.
Goes down smoothly.
Goes down the smoothest of beer. None of that fucking sandpaper beer you've been drinking.
Exactly.
Feels like sandpaper.
Oh, delightful.
Look, I'm sorry I couldn't give you guys a better delightful and repugnant. I didn't have.
I'll give you a repugnant. Did you know that hippos engage in a practice called muckraking, wherein they shit and they basically rotary fan their tail around to fling it all over the place?
Seen videos of that.
Oh yeah,
why is that delightful?
No, I said that's repugnant, you silly.
Oh, okay, sorry.
But apparently they do it. Apparently they do it because it marks their territory more effectively. That they sling shit all over the place, so they don't miss an ounce.
I thought I was the only one who did that.
Yeah, it's hard being the only guy with the tail, Zach. I know.
You're right.
Kind of.
You say this every time I talk to you. You say, "Man, I just wish I could stop helicoptering my tail around every time I shit."
Don't let him lie to you, people. He's lying to you. He's full of bad words.
Hey, listen. Number one rule of improv: you don't shut somebody down, man.
Oops. Well,
delightful is I don't live anywhere near hippos where they're gonna do that.
No hippos in Florida.
There are, just not around me.
My delightful is pooping. I love pooping.
I don't know, dude. That sounds pretty repugnant.
No, man, I enjoy it. See, this is why I thought I was the only one that did this.
Listen, that's another thing about work, man. There's always somebody in the freaking bathroom whenever I have to, just go take a piss at work. And I hate going to the bathroom because it's just always you go in there and it's shitty. It's just that you go in, you're just like,
I love it because it's a sweet release. I'm getting it all out of my body, and people don't seem to enjoy it whenever I leave. And I'm just like, yeah.
I'd say repugnant would be ghosts. I hate those things.
Yeah, fuck ghosts.
I got ghosts.
My repugnant would be, I was going to say 2020, but I feel like I need to be a little bit more clever than that.
Let me ask you, would you want to be a ghost, though? Let's say that, after you die, you can be a ghost.
As long as I'm not trapped in, a house, I want to be able to, wander around.
What if you are trapped in a house, but if somebody blows up the house, then you can do anything
ghost.
you want?
What?
What if you are stuck in a house, but if somebody blows up the house, then you're allowed to go wherever you want?
All right.
How would you haunt them in an effective way to get them to blow it up?
I mean, it depends on the house. I don't want it to be my 2-bedroom apartment. I don't want to be stuck here.
It's a trailer in the middle of a trailer park.
I would just do stupid shit as a ghost and mess with people when they're fucking and possess people, and like I wouldn't be that stupid type of possession. Like I think that's like, if you're gonna possess someone, you don't want to make it obvious. Like don't sit there and like, you know, make weird grunting noises and make their head roll around and puke shit up. No, just be normal. Just be normal.
I would be like the laziest ghost. I would just crash on your couch. Like, look, man, I'm between like life and like the afterlife. I just need to like crash here until like my soul moves on.
By the way, can you get a better subscription for movies, like a movie service or something? I'm fucking bored.
I'm tired of watching static.
Yeah. Can you like renew your Netflix, please?
Like you can give me my own station on it. Like I don't care. Like
give me my own account.
Yeah, like I'll watch my own account so I don't mess with yours any. But
you know what'd be really shitty though is like if you became a ghost and it was like the same concept of Beetlejuice where it's like you're in the afterlife and you have a job.
Oh yeah, that's actually pretty fucking depressing, really. Like thinking about like you go through your whole life and you're doing this and that, then at the end of it you die, and then you just have to get a job again.
Yep.
Yeah, and even in the afterlife, I have no like work experience.
They're looking over your ghost resume, like.
I'm like, do you have ghost YouTube?
Yeah.
So what did you do in life?
I made internet videos and. Music.
What did I do? What did I do with my life? Man, I didn't think being dead was gonna be such a bummer.
Well, let me ask you this: do you still have to like eat and drink and stuff? Can't you just be like Can't you just be like ghost homeless?
Yeah, for real.
I mean,
you could be ghost homeless.
That's basically what ghosts are. They're just kind of
they're squatters,
like trespassing. They're squatters.
Yeah,
they're bums. Ghosts are losers.
I don't know, man. I don't know if that's. I think that's living the life if you're a ghost.
For real, I don't get why ghosts would get so pissed off. You know, it's like I don't have any worries. I'm dead. I have no more bills. My life is good. My afterlife is great.
This is not a shout out to commit suicide.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Wait it out like everyone else.
That is not what this is.
The whole point of this
we don't even know if it's there.
Live throughout your miserable life. That way, when you die, the afterlife is better.
No, you're more likely to become a ghost if you do commit suicide.
That's not how it works. If you kill yourself, then the ghost, like the people in the ghost afterlife, they're like, well, you just gave up. You're not even allowed to stay here. Like, how do we know you're not just gonna ghost kill yourself?
You're just being suicide shamed in the afterlife. It's like, damn it! I killed myself to get away from this.
They put you in the suicide box. Then you're not allowed
they put
to
you in
do
the
anything
room
else
of
ever.
lost souls. The lost souls room.
The room of lost souls. Oh no!
They put you in the room of like dead babies, and you have to take care of all the dead babies forever.
Souls room. That's what the lost souls room from Beetlejuice.
Yeah. I can just see Robert now just going, "This sucks."
I hate this place.
I hate being wrinkly and green and shit.
You know, the good thing about it though is that eventually Hades gets thrown in there, and you get to grab him and drag him to the middle.
I don't get that.
Come on, Hercules reference.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I'm not too familiar.
That's gonna be the start to my my 25-man orgy.
Is like stuck in the freaking ghost zone? Yeah, no, the Disney cartoon with James Woods. You get to grab James Woods and bring him to the middle of the ghost zone, or whatever it's called.
That cartoon again.
That was a good.
From zero to hero.
Who puts the glad in gladiator?
Just like that.
Well, if he's putting the glad in gladiator, does that mean he's just happy to be killing things? Like, is he actually like a sadist? Let's analyze that song real quick.
Well, if you want to look at the real Hercules was a dumb dick.
Well, the real Hercules had the 12 Trials of Hercules. One which involved him having to tie a rope around his penis, and then he had to fight a bull. Like a bull charging away from him with a rope tied around his penis.
Try not to come for 2 minutes. That was one of the challenges.
Yeah, that was the challenge.
Try not to come challenge.
Well, that wouldn't be a problem for you, would it, Robert?
No, I
We talk about Robert comes on a daily basis.
It might be a little bit of a problem, and I'm working on wetter cum. I don't know how that would work.
God, just add the chemicals that they use for wet water to everything you do during the day. So,
Can we make wetter lube too, like wet lube? Like, you know, just I want wet everything.
If it's wetter lube, it won't
make
stick
everything
to you.
wet.
Yeah.
Make it wet.
We need to de-evolve back to fish, but we need to pour that wet water stuff in the water before we do.
I just read your Discord, Robert, and Zark's like, I forgot to take a picture of you at work today, Sock Wispy. Sorry, does anyone know if there's going to be another stream tonight? I don't know what he's talking about with this picture.
I think he's like drunk all the time.
He's gotta be.
Could be. Why are people posting inflation porn in there?
I kind of started it. I posted the fat anime girl there. I like.
I had to scroll up a bit. What the fuck?
Oh, by the way, if you want to go to Robert's Discord, you should check out his Discord, join it. Join his stream, too. He's on Twitch. And go subscribe to his YouTube channel.
You might get to hear us being a little drunk and taking over the stream because we can't control ourselves in a group.
Heretic Fox and me.
I do voices.
I'll provide all links in the description.
If you want to hear them, I do voices.
Can you do give us a give us a Luigi?
Yeah, we need a Mario and Luigi bit here before we end.
Oh, you mean where he just goes, help!
Perfect.
Mario, wherever you are.
It's just I wish I could.
Luigi, I'm the one who orchestrated this whole plan. You dead, little brother.
Luigi, you said you were gonna be at my 25-man orgy.
Luigi, it was supposed to be a 25-man orgy. You couldn't get it up. We got kicked out.
Mario, forgot to take my pills.
I wish I could do a Mario. I can't do anything.
Those pesky plumbers never would have suspected that I'm the one who orchestrated the whole thing.
Gay Luigi?
Works out way too well.
Gay Luigi?
I fucked for hours!
Well, it felt like hours.
Ooh, hours is long time.
Hours long time.
Hours is long time. I can't do anything.
Uktar want to fuck?
Uktar sucks.
I hate Uktar.
Uktar, find best place to have orgy.
You're not even in the games. What are you in this cartoon for?
For real.
Get out of here.
Uktar's basement is perfect.
We have like 200 Mario characters we can put in this cartoon. Why the fuck do you exist?
Yeah, like Uktar, it's such a strange thing, but I know what happened there. It's the same thing as like whenever you had like the Rugrats introduced Dill and then Kimmy and this and that. They just start adding characters because like they're just flat on ideas otherwise, but they still have episodes to make.
Yeah.
Am I going crazy? I thought you. Oh, there's that camera you're talking about. Damn. I was just looking
at without the lens.
That's a pretty cool camera, though. So that's the one you're gonna get?
Oh yeah, that's a nice
one. I'm gonna get it used though, because you can get a used one for like less than $2,000. So I kind of want to do that soon. But that's without the lens. Look at that. That's what I use I used this to film Flaccid, and I've used it to film the videos where we're in a bar set.
Mm-hmm.
Greenhouse, and really good cameras. Would recommend.
Yeah, it looks like a good one.
It does.
But can't really pay $1,100. $11,000 on one. So,
yeah. Well, listen, dude, it's only $917 a month suggested payment for 12-month special financing.
It's like a second rent.
I guess I'll have to start donating some more money to you so you can get this.
Yeah, well, $11,000 would be great.
I'll go ahead and...
I just get that in one lump sum.
Merry Christmas, Robert.
Good lord.
Oh, sorry, Zach. I bought a car.
Oh. Well,
yeah. I put a down payment on a house instead of getting that camera you sent me money for.
That would actually be a good investment.
I'm sorry, Zach, but I spent it all on wet water.
Zach, I drank it all away.
Sorry. That's fine. That's fine.
Oh man.
Donate again.
Yeah, and then like they don't even use. It doesn't even use like regular SIM cards. It uses like these giant like memory cards.
Huh.
It's not even like. Did I say SIM card? I meant SD card. It doesn't even use like normal SD cards. You got to get like these special like giant SD card things, and then you got to put it into like a special adapter USB thing that goes. It's all.
I like how I scroll down and I see like a shoulder mount for this thing.
Yeah.
Like an actual like looks like a freaking grenade launcher shoulder mount that you put it on.
I wouldn't recommend you. It is kind of a pain in the ass to use, but it
helps make it stable. I really want to get this.
Yeah, it is holding this thing. It's heavy.
Yeah, no doubt.
Make sure to buy a tripod.
Yeah. Well, hey, we appreciate you being on the show, Robert.
Hey, no problem.
And hopefully we'll see you again on here.
Yeah, of course.
Hopefully we'll see you again, period. You won't drop us because of this.
He's going to go on the stream like, yeah, so those two guys, fuck them.
Well, one day at a time, no promises. No, thanks for having me, guys. It was great seeing you guys again.
Yeah, great having you on. Great talking to you. And enjoy your wings and your wet water.
Yeah, right. Man.
I will.
All right, everybody. Bye. Thanks for joining in, and have a lovely night. And as always, remember...
What's good, baby? Hey, thanks for listening to the show. What's Good Baby can be heard on Anchor FM, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and at our website at obscuredcartoons.com. Become a member on our Discord and join the fun and stay in touch with our community. Join the show as a special guest through the Discord and be heard. All links are provided in the description down below and on our website. Until next time, what's good, baby?
I've told Zach this before, but I'm like, Robert's like the perfect Phasmophobia streamer, though, because, like, shit'll be going on in the house. He'll just say, hey, I'm going to go back inside.
Yeah, Robert doesn't give a shit when he's going throughout the house. And then he's so distracted by, like, answering, like, other people's, like, questions and shit on the stream. So he's like, oh, what happened? Did I die?
I still really like the one where someone's head got rammed through the fucking wall. Who was it, 80s?
Yeah, I think it was 80s. Because he was sitting inside the building going, uh-oh.
You have clips for that?
I think we do. We have at least a picture somewhere because someone took a picture of his head rammed through the fucking door.